everybody, so today I'm going to share with you my tips and tricks for getting a model white smile. Let me just say this is a very requested video. This is basically my oral hygiene routine, I guess you could call it. And I kind of have an old Talkin' Tuesday on this, but it's probably about 6 months old, and a lot of people have been requesting this, and I thought, hey, 6 months ago I did it, but things have changed, so I'm just going to kind of show you guys some updates, tell you how to get a really white smile and look beautiful every day. So the first thing kind of starts with a toothbrush, and just like in the old video, I use a soft bristled toothbrush. The difference between a soft bristle and a hard bristle is that the bristle is actually smaller and it's a lot softer on your gums. When using a hard bristle, I feel like it really destroys my gums, and sometimes if I brush more than a minute or so, I'll start bleeding. So I started using a soft bristled toothbrush, and I actually like that better because it's easier on my gums. I can brush longer without becoming irritated, and maybe this is just me overthinking things, but I think that if the bristles are smaller, they can get into between my teeth better. Maybe not, maybe it's not true, but I really like a soft bristled toothbrush as opposed to a hard bristled toothbrush, just because it's better on your gums, it feels better, and it's easier for me to brush longer. So if you guys are looking for a soft bristled toothbrush, you can go to any drugstore, Safeway, CVS, you name it, and it'll say, like right on the top of the toothbrush in the packaging, it'll say soft bristle. Next I'll kind of talk about what I brush with, and like last video, it's kind of the same. The difference between this and the last video is that I have changed up my toothpaste a bit. This is what I used to use. It's a Pro Health Whitening whatever. Honestly, I just use just about any toothbrush now. This is another one that I've been using. The thing is that with toothpastes, I've noticed that it doesn't have to have anything whitening in it, but they can say whitening on every toothpaste. You know why? Because, I mean, heck, I could just put water on this and say, oh, the water's whitening, because if I brush with water, my teeth will be whiter. So just because a toothpaste says whitening doesn't actually mean that it's going to make your teeth whiter. What you want to look for is active ingredients. So this is one that's supposed to be pro health, supposed to be good for your gums. This one's supposed to whiten teeth and strengthen enamel. You guys can get different toothpaste for different needs. They have Sensodyne if you're really sensitive to sugar. It's supposed to like build up your teeth so it doesn't hurt so bad. But really, toothpaste is completely up to you. The main thing is to look for something such as baking soda. Now, sometimes toothpastes will have baking soda in them, but what I actually like to do is take some and just use it as normal. So I'll just take my toothpaste, whatever, you know, I have on hand. I don't really use specific toothpaste. I'll take my soft bristle brush from CVS at the drugstore, and I will shove it into the toothpaste so it gets wet, and then I'll shove it into a thing of baking soda. And I like Arm & Hammer baking soda just because I feel like it gives the whitest clean, and it does taste kind of gross. Do not swallow it, but you just brush that, and it's kind of an old wives' tale, but it works. Baking soda whitens your teeth. So I really concentrate here when I do baking soda, and then a little bit on the sides, and then of course on the inside. But I try to brush either once at night or once in the morning. I brush my teeth twice a day, but I only use baking soda once a day, if that makes sense. At the other time, I'll just use regular toothpaste without the baking soda. So baking soda is basically that just little boost every single day just to kind of brighten up your smile, and over time you'll notice a huge difference. The other thing I like about baking soda is that it kind of helps with bad breath too. I don't know about you guys, but I have really bad breath. This also depends on the foods that you eat. If you guys eat foods that have a lot of yeast in them, your breath is going to be more yeasty or more sugary, and it's going to have, you know, more bacteria on the tongue. Did we have a Talkin' Tuesday on bad breath? Would you guys like that? I think it might be really beneficial to do a Talkin' Tuesday on what causes bad breath, how to get rid of bad breath, and like the many different causes of bad breath, because it can be more than just bacteria, and it depends on what you eat too. Let me know if that's something that would interest you guys or not. The next thing I use are little floss pickers, and I'm going to be very honest, guys. I do not floss all the time. If I'm lucky, I may floss once or twice a week, which is very bad. So they have little stabby things on the ends where you can stab yourself, and then they have the little flossers. And I like this because I don't like the big floss things, because I'm like shoving my whole hand in my mouth and I'm like, ugh, slime. You know what I mean? I feel like a dog with like the baseball in his mouth. But when I do floss, this is what I use. And like I said, I'll be honest, I do not floss as much as I should. You should floss every time you brush. Once in the morning, once in the evening. It's actually one of my New Year's resolutions is to floss more. But the reason why flossing is so good is because you get all the stuff out between your teeth. That's where most cavities are formed. The bad bacteria on your breath seeps out from the sides of your tongue, gets inside the crevices of your teeth, and it gets stuck in there. The sugars that you eat, it all gets stuck in there, and it eats away at your teeth. These little flosser guys are going to go in there and pick that out. Pick out all that excess food. So that way you're a little bit cleaner in there, you don't have those cavities and things like that. And people who floss are supposed to live like 7 years longer on something on average because it prevents against plaque and gingivitis and cavities. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard, so I'm going to have to go Google that too. But this is just what I use, and I need to use them more, but if you guys are already good at flossing, then way to go for you. Thumbs up, big golden stars like plastered on your forehead, and if you don't, then maybe it'll be your New Year's resolution, and you and I can do it together. The very last tip that I have for like a model white smile is whitening. And yes, when you wash with baking soda or brush with baking soda, you're going to give like a whitening boost every day. And this is what's going to keep your teeth white over time. But every single month, I like to do it once a month, I like to use a whitening strip. And you guys can go to the dentist and pay like, what, $10 bajillion for a whitening treatment. I just get mine from Safeway. And they have a ton of different brands. They have Safeway, they have Crest, they have like a billion different tooth whitening brands. I don't really think it matters which one you get, but just use one that's good for you. And the way these strips work is that they sit on your teeth. They come out like this, I'll show you. The way that these things work is that they come out, they sit on your teeth, and they fold over, and then you just keep them on for 30 minutes to an hour, and they whiten. And they actually work pretty well. So even though I use this like every day, if I'm lucky, sometimes it just tastes so gross or I don't have time, but in a good world, in a perfect world, I use this every day, and about once a month I'll just do an extra whitening thing because it kind of boosts the whitening of my smile even more. And if it's before a really big event or before a photo shoot, I definitely want to make sure that, you know, everything's white and pretty and pearly and nice. Also, just a quick tip, if you guys do not want to go to the dentist, use these. If you guys do not want to use these from the store, you can also use strawberries. And I've tried this before. They're really cold, so they hurt my teeth, and I don't like it very much, which is why I usually opt for the strips. But apparently strawberries have a whitening element to them too. So if you get like strawberries and like push them up on your teeth, sometimes that will help too. Only I think that goes a lot slower. So if you have to use this for 30 minutes to an hour, you may have to use strawberries for 3 hours. I don't know. Because like I said, I've only tried it once and it hurt my teeth. But I would say if you want super, super white teeth, to use this every day with your normal toothbrush, to use this once a month, or if you want to do strawberries instead, do the strawberries once a week. Oral hygiene is very, very important to your overall health, and these are just my tips and tricks for a model white smile. So I hope that this helps you guys. If you guys have questions, then be sure to post them below. If you guys have comments, if you know of other ways to whiten your smile, be sure to share them below so that we can all share our secrets and be a big happy YouTube family. And if you guys have any tips or tricks or any questions about anything in this video or anything someone else has to say, be sure to post them so we can answer them for you. So yep, that's all. I love you guys. I am very excited to talk to you tomorrow. And hopefully I will see you all with shiny white pearly teeth soon. Love you guys. Bye.